guys, welcome back. This is issue 53 of Star Wars Build Your Own R2D2, and this is my final issue for this month of January. So without further ado, let's crack on. We've got some electrics to play with, so let's get on. So here we go. In this issue we have another test board. So there's a few plugs on there and 2 buttons. And we've got 2 cables. These are both test cables, so test cable 1 and test cable 2. Okay, so for this we're going to need the other circuit board which we got in issue 52, and we're also going to need the battery pack, but we don't need this test board which we had in the earlier issues. So I'm just going to disconnect the battery pack from that. We just need the battery pack. So the first thing it wants us to do is unravel these cables. And we'll take these boards out. It's probably a good idea to keep the plastic because we may need to, well, we're probably going to need to put them away later on. Okay, so that's one, and then I've got the test board here which I shall just remove. There you go. So first thing it wants us to do is put the blue, green, yellow and orange cable into the middle of the 3 sockets on the test board with the buttons. And let me just check. If they go in, yeah, it only fits in one way, so find the end that fits, and that goes in the middle of the test board. Next thing it wants us to do is take the red, what was it, brown, red, orange and yellow cable, okay, and that is going to go in the far right socket, so to the right of this middle one, and pop that in also. There we go. So then we should have that. Next we need to take this control board. The blue, green, yellow and orange cable goes on the right hand side as you look at it, with all these plugs along the top. Like so. And then the brown, red, orange and yellow cable will go on the left hand side. And then we should have something that resembles that. Okay, what's next? What is next? Next we want to take the battery pack and that goes in the bottom left corner of the test board. Like so. Then we should have something that looks like that. So the first thing we're going to be testing is the lightsaber ejector mechanism. Now, those of you who are following me, I did test this unofficially using the original test board I managed to power this, but we're going to be doing it for real. So let me just see what we need to do. Okay, so on the top of the large board, we're going to be using these two plugs up here. Now these are only going to fit in one way. So the two black and two yellow cable will go in this larger one to the top left. Okay, and then the motor cable, so this was the sensor cable, the motor cable will be going next to it in the smaller plug. Right, there you go, if you can see that. There we go, sorry. So from the lightsaber ejector mechanism, we've got the red and black in the one to the right, and then the sensor in there. So we turn the battery pack on. There we go, and I'll do that again. And then there is our mechanism. And then it says push button S1, which is the one to the far right. And that works. And then push button S2. There you go. And that. And obviously it stops because of the sensors that we installed in this. So you can hold the button down and it won't move anymore. So I'm happy that that is all working. And that's that tested. So now we're going to switch that off. And then we disconnect the lightsaber eject mechanism. Which is easier said than done. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, carefully disconnect them and put that aside. And now we need to move your camera, we need to take the leg and the cables right, so all we need to do is plug the black sensor cable into the top of this board, and it's saying this connector just here. So once all this is connected, I'll see if I can show you this. You've got a blue light on the test board. Sorry, there's just wires everywhere. There you go, you might see that better. So, I'll try and do this so you can see. So you've got the blue light on here. Now the way to test this is to have your hand in front of the sensor and the light goes off. So I'll try and show you so you can see. This is a bit awkward. So the light comes on, and then when you block the sensor, the light should go off. There you go. Then we know that the sensor is working. Okay, so that's that part done. Okay, and then the next part, so the next thing to do, there you go, so the next thing to do is to take this test board and the red, orange and yellow plug, we need to plug into this top left corner. Like so. We switch all this back on. There you go. And we should have, let me just disconnect the sensor. It's like Blackpool Illuminations, there you go. You've got a green light, come on. Now, the sensors are at the bottom of the foot there. And then what we do is we use the side of the table and then when you move the sensors over the table like that, the light should go off. Move it back, over the table, off. There you go. And that's how we can test that the bottom sensors are working also. So that was it for issue 53. So until next month, please take care. If you haven't already, please check out my DeLorean videos. They are on my channel also. And I'll see you next month for the next part. So please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next month. Take care.